Welcome back, and today we are looking at this Novation circuit. If you have watched some of the other videos on my channel, you see that I quite like the music-based items. So let's get into this one. Let's open the box. So there we are. We have the unit itself, quite a nice little unit. Feels quite sturdy. Some cables and no power supply. Instructions, we can get a shot of them, we don't need them. And let's get rid of this box. So 12 volts, 1 amp power input. I don't know if you can use USB-C for power. We've got these cables. We've got the MIDI cables there, which goes on there. A bit of maybe of an odd choice. I don't know why they didn't just put standard MIDI in, but anyway. USB obviously for hooking up to the computer. Headphones, and I'm not sure what that is. Is that for batteries maybe? Yep, that looks like you can put 6 batteries in it. Okay, let's get some power and let's see what we get. Okay, that should be it. So let's check that we have 12 volts. Right, so what do we have there? 12.06, perfect. Right, I don't know if this needs to be connected to PC to actually do anything or not. Looks like a lot of fun though, but no, there's nothing happening there. Oh, there is a power button there, idiot. But still, nothing at all. Okay, let's get into it. And there are no obvious screws. So I wonder if we need to take this bit up. One thing removed. Ah, it is just clipped in. Let's watch for any cables. So we've got a couple of cables there, one there, and one for the, so it's just for the battery and the speaker. So I would imagine we're looking up in this kind of area here. Let's just zoom in. But the power, there's a 0 ohm resistor. I wonder if that's gone. We'll get this under the microscope in a minute. Yeah, that's okay. It is nice to see that they've put some things on the circuit board so you can see that column drive, CPU, debug, reset, battery. Let's see, so we've tested that 0 ohm resistor. I think we'll power this up and we'll check some voltages. This is ground, so no voltage there, so it says plus DC, so we are getting voltage there. So 11.7, it's fine. That all seems to be okay. We've got an ARM CPU there. Now, I've had a couple of devices that have had ARM CPUs that have stopped working, so I do hope that's not the case with this one. Let's look at this pin here. Nope, I'm sure one of these pins is a voltage pin. I think we need to change the battery. Okay, back with the new battery. If we look up here, just seeing this up here. Well, that doesn't look good. Let's apply power and we'll check this transistor. Is that the power switch? If I press the power switch now, if I can do this. Yep, there you go, look. So as I press the power switch, it goes up to 12 volts. So I check it from here. Yay, so that's working. Where does that go? I think it goes into that pin there. So we've got the power plus 4.3 volts, but we've got nothing because of that. Right, it's been a few days and I've managed to source some new components. I actually kept looking on this and I did notice some letters on it. I reached out to some other people who do repairs of electronics as well, and I was delighted to find out that one of them actually knew what it was just from the 3 letters that you see on the screen. So I'd like to give a shout out to JFIXX. Thank you very much for your help. You've managed to identify the exact chip, and I went and bought 5 of them. And yes, there are 5 in there. Hard to believe, but there are. I think we need to protect this capacitor from the heat. I also don't want these going flying, and I think we'll put some stuff around here. This is going to be quite difficult. We may take this capacitor out first, because it is absolutely tiny. It's a tiny amount that just covers it. I'm struggling with this. Chip's actually falling apart. Oh. I'm going to clean this up and then see what else we need to do, because that's just a mess. All right, let's plug in. And nothing. Okay. My best guess is that these pads are not actually touching. Okay, I think we'll first try putting a new one on, just in case the first one had any problems, and let's see if that makes a difference. Right, that doesn't seem to have fixed it. When it's on there, it's not moving. I've reflowed it a bunch of times. Yeah, there's 12 volts in that. Ah, that's moving, look. What's causing that? It's just not down properly. I haven't really worked with these style of ICs where you don't really see the pins. So it's entirely possible that you affix these to the board slightly differently. I may have blasted it with too much heat. I just don't know. Just to test a theory, I'm going to inject 4.3 volts into this point here. So that's there. But if you look here and here, the lights are definitely coming on. I think what we're going to have to do is take this one off again. I think what was happening is I was using 400 degrees and it just wasn't enough to melt the thermal pad underneath. It's either that or this is faulty. So we've got the connector here for the 12 volts in, and we're going to check the voltage when we press the power button should come down to this pin here, so pin 3. So we should get 12 volts here. We can check there. We can check here for 4.3. Let's see. Oh, we're getting voltage there. Nothing. So let's press the power button. 11 volts. Anything here? Still nothing. Let's try and save a little bit of heat. We'll just move it back into place. We've got plenty of this on. I've made another go of it. Tried to see it's secured down. Apart from that little capacitor next to it, which is not quite on, but it is making a good connection. Right, let's plug in. And 4.3, and we get nothing. Power. Let's press the power button. We're getting 3.2. Ah, I've never had that before. That is different. Okay, I'm a little bit flabbergasted at that actually. So where's that cable? Let's plug this in. If this comes up, I will be absolutely over the moon. Keep your fingers crossed. Power. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I can't believe it. Oh. Now, we don't know that it actually fully works or anything. A bit of a recap. We had this on here and we've put multiple ones on and it wasn't working and we were never getting voltage to here. The only other thing I did was use some additional heat, another 20 degrees, and I wonder if that was just enough to just do it. So there is a bit of learning this week. Right, I think we need to put it back together again and see if it works. Okay, and here we are, all ready to go. So let's power up. There we go. Now, I know absolutely nothing about this at all, or how to use it. I've got the quick start guide, so it says press sessions, select an empty session, so I guess these ones are used. So if we tick that one, okay, so right, so we're going to sessions, we'll pick an empty session, strum 1, play, and you hold this down. There we go, and then the snare is down here. There we go. Well, it's about out of time, but you get the... Yeah, that seems like a lot of fun. I think I need to work through the rest of the getting started and then get the real manual, hook it up, get all the software and everything, see if there's any firmware updates and get it up and running. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.